Hi guys, I know it's been a while since I've recorded a video, but there's been a lot of life stuff going on, including trying to move and other things. But yeah, I'm back, and there's a new Star Wars show on. I haven't been able to give my thoughts on it or review it. I refer, of course, to Skeleton Crew. So, really quick, just wanted to give my thoughts on the episode so far. We're 6 episodes in as of recording this video. So, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, is it any good? Uh, well, um, how do I say this? Uh, I freaking love this show. If you haven't given this one a shot, then what are you doing? I know there are a lot of you that, because it stars children, believe it to be a children's show, but just because the show has kids, it doesn't mean it's a kid's show. If that were the case, then the top of everyone's list of top entertainment for children should include It Chapter 1, Stranger Things, and Annabelle Creation. Just saying, give it a chance. Kids don't automatically mean kids show, although this one is, more kid friendly than the Acolyte, say, and geared towards families, I think. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Isn't that what Star Wars is supposed to be? How many of you became fans when you were kids? Anyway, so what puts it so high at the top of my list as possibly my second favorite Star Wars show? Or maybe tied with The Mandalorian, I'm not sure, honestly. Anywho, yeah, there's so many things that make it great. First, the cast. They all do a great job. Jude Law is brilliant as Jod Nanawood, who, if you haven't seen the show yet, I won't spoil exactly who he is because, well, don't let the trailers fool you. There's more to it than that. Law is one of those actors that always delivers exactly what is needed, and this performance is no different. He keeps you invested, and he does so well with the character, but he also knows when to step back and let his co-stars shine. Mainly here, the kids. As far as child actors go, they're all very good in their roles, and I love how it is so Star Wars that one of them is just this little elephant alien. Neil's great, they all are. And I love how the characters are being written and performed in that they act like kids. Some pieces of entertainment have a tendency to have kids who oh, they're smarter than the average child. They're even smarter and wiser than the adults. These kids feel like kids. They act appropriately to their ages and how they would act if they were actually lost in a galaxy like this. Kind of shows how, scary it is for them and they aren't equipped to deal with this and they do need help. Also, just want to mention Nick Frost is SM33. You want comedy? Hire a comedian. They did. He's fantastic. Another reason I like this show, admittedly, is I've always had a soft spot for pirate stories, especially when I was a certain age and Treasure Island was my favorite movie of all time. I watched it over and over again, and I love how they've combined classic pirate tropes with Star Wars science fantasy. It really, really works well. So I guess you could say, there is an element of nostalgia in this for me, but what's wrong with that? Nostalgia has become a dirty word in entertainment criticism lately, but it's not that kind of nostalgia. Most of the time when people talk about it these days, it's like a legacy sequel like Beetlejuice or Dial of Destiny. This isn't that, though. I know people have drawn comparisons to The Goonies, including the creators, but I'm gonna admit here, I have never watched The Goonies. I tried to sit through it once and couldn't really get into it. Yeah, shoot me or whatever, I don't know, I might try again someday, but my point is that it isn't just some kind of nostalgia that throws in a bunch of member berries or hey, remember this character or that character or throw this cheesy reference in. If this at all reminds me of childhood, it's because I remember being these kids' age and being into exactly this type of show and being kind of like these kids. It's nice to have this kind of show back. It's just a fun adventure in the Star Wars universe. It's not, extremely dark and broody and political like The Acolyte or Andor, which I can appreciate Andor, but this is more my type of Star Wars. Just a fun adventure in space and... I was gonna say space and time, but that's Doctor Who. Just a fun adventure in space that the whole family can watch together. That's what Star Wars is supposed to be. This also feels pretty disconnected from the rest of the Star Wars universe, at least so far. There's nothing in it that you need to watch The Mandalorian, or you need to watch Ahsoka, or you need to watch Rebels or Clone Wars. It's just so disconnected from everything. It takes place around the same time as The Mandalorian. I think right after Mandalorian Season 3, but it's so disconnected. You could watch it without almost having seen any Star Wars. Almost helpful to know some things like what the Jedi are and stuff, but all that to say is, if you are looking for something dark and broody, you can watch Andor, but you've got season 2 of Andor coming out, and that's great for you. and I'm looking forward to that as well. But if you just want a fun adventure you can watch with the family that gets better and better with each episode and still does have great character moments, especially in this last episode, there was some pretty good character stuff. But yeah, all that to say, would I recommend this show? Abso-frickin-lutely. I really love it. 9.5 out of 10 for me so far. Actually, I'd almost put 10 out of 10 so far. Nah, 9.5. I never like giving 10s. Hopefully, the next 2 episodes will stick the landing. We'll see. But that's all the time I got, guys. There's a couple other videos I want to make today. Hopefully, within the next few days, I plan to release my top films I saw in 2024 and another video with my top anticipated releases for 2025. So look out for those if you're interested. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the rest of Skeleton Crew. Since I haven't been reviewing each episode, I might just wait until the final episode is over. There's only 2 left. The final episode is over before I come back, or I might review next week with a spoiler review. I don't know. Oh, let me know what you would prefer. Do you want me to review episode 7 or just wait till episode 8 and review the whole show? Let me know, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.